Hey guys, Chris Morano here, and in this video we are going to talk about the latest Google update, which was released. Google released it August 18th, 2022. So if you're interested in content search engine optimization, I would stay tuned because this video is for you. If you're worried about this core update and how it might affect your website, click the link in the description. My team is doing free marketing reviews, back to school special type thing. We're just looking to help you guys out. So if you're concerned about your content, your search engine optimization, your rankings, click the link below and one of my team members will reach out and schedule a video review with all of your keywords. All right, guys, so like I was saying, there is a core update happening. It might not be core update, but there's an updating happening right now as we speak and as I publish this video all about Google and what they are calling the helpful content audit. So we're going to be going through this because for you affiliate sites, for you sites that are kind of using AI generated content, you're going to want to stay tuned because this one could be crazy. And I have some proof that it already is taking place for the last week or so based on my own traffic. So let's get into it. So as you can see, published August 18th, 2022, Google is always working to better connect people to helpful information. To this end, we're launching what we're calling the helpful content audit. Now this is super interesting because I, after reading this, actually have some insight into what they're talking about. So let's keep going. So focus on people first content, right? I always talk about this in all of my videos. It's at the end of the day, it is your audience that you're speaking to, and then Google is going to identify that and rank your content. Writing for Google does not necessarily work. Of course, we need to do the keyword research, the topic research, finding industry quotes. Like we have to do all that because it helps Google and it helps us rank. But at the end of the day, we're speaking to an audience. And for me, I'm speaking to you guys, business owners, SEO people, people interested in growing their businesses using Google. But at the end of the day, it's the audience that matters. So a couple questions that Google outlines. Do you have an existing or intended audience for your business or site that would find the content useful if they came to you directly? Does your content clearly demonstrate first-hand experience and depth of knowledge? Does your site have primary purpose or focus? After reading your content, will someone leave feeling they've learned enough about a topic to help achieve their goals? So, super straightforward, interesting, some good questions to ask. Is your content focused on your core audience? Now, avoid creating content for search engines first. Like I just said, it's about the audience. Is the content primarily to attract people from search engines rather than made for humans? Are you producing lots of content on different topics in hopes that some of it might perform well? So this one is a very interesting question because for the sites out there that are publishing 20, 50 blogs per week, we all know that the more you throw against the wall, the more likely you're going to rank on Google. But with this, is it going to switch the dynamic that, hey, we're better off publishing 4 amazing, solid pieces of content rather than 16 content? This next one. Now, before we go any further, I do have a video up here all about using artificial intelligence to write copy for Facebook ads. I've never told you guys to ever use it for search engine optimization and creating content for your website. Because are you using extensive automation to produce content on many topics? Now, there are dev things that you can do that just churns out content all the time. If you guys are enjoying this video, if you're interested in content search engine optimization, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Let's get back into this next update. Even for people who are using AI to generate content for their websites, are you proofreading it? Are you rewriting it to fit more in terms of your tone of voice? How are you creating this content? And is it just AI based? Are you writing about things simply because they seem to be trendy and not because you write about them otherwise for your existing audience? Amazing questions that Google is getting to the fact that if you are not creating amazing content that speaks to a single audience, then you might be really affected by this update. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So the update, we'll go through this in a minute. Some of these questions, when it talks about trending topics, what I found is with the show Yellowstone, after the season finale happened, the first thing I did was I went on Google. I said, when is the next season for Yellowstone coming back out? What I found was about 15 articles all talking about the new season of Yellowstone that's coming out, all fluff content. None of them actually told me when the new season was coming out. So something to think about when you're creating your content is to really understand and identify what questions are you answering. So I told you that we were going to go into some of what I'm already seeing. But before we get into that, let's finish up here. So the update will start rolling out next week. We will post on our Google Updates ranking updates page when it begins and when it is fully rolled out, which could take up to 2 weeks. This update introduces a new site-wide signal we consider among many other signals for ranking web pages. Our systems automatically identify content that seems to have little value, low added value, or is otherwise not particularly helpful to those doing the searches. So identify what keywords you currently rank for on what pages, and then the idea would be to go through that and ask yourself, is this answering the question to this query? It's going to be really important. And now I'm excited about this one because at the end of the day, like, my agency has always created valuable content that answers questions in a very long format. We're talking 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 words. If you guys are interested in this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and let's get back into it. The classifier process is entirely automated using machine learning model. It is not a manual action nor a spam action. Instead, it's a new signal and one of many signals Google evaluates to rank content. So what they're saying is whatever they have created here and they've spun up in their server rooms and their dev teams is a new signal. So we knew that there's hundreds and hundreds of signals that ranked websites and web pages. Now there's a new one. This means that some people, first content on sites classified as having unhelpful content could still rank well if there are other signals identifying that people first content as helpful and relevant to a query. The signal is also weighted. Sites with lots of unhelpful content may notice a stronger effect. In any case, for best practices, be sure you've removed unhelpful content and are following our guidelines. So like I said, go through your site, check everything out. If you find just bad content, get rid of it, 301 redirect it to another relevant page or your home page. We do this every 6 months. We call it the spring cleaning. Go through, delete 30, 50 blogs, redirect to more applicable blogs, and that's how we keep our site always updated. So my recommendation, if you are concerned about how you're creating your content, how you are updating your content, I would highly recommend reviewing your site in depth over the coming weeks to identifying what happened, what's happening. Is it positive, negative? I want to know what's going on. Leave a comment below as you start to see your traffic increase, decrease, pages increase in rankings, pages decrease in rankings. I want to know. So please leave a comment below. I really appreciate you guys watching. We're in this one together, so let's stay tuned.